Okay, good morning to you all. This is Alpha Somani, and I'm here to teach you chapter number 3, The Little Girl. So, my voice is audible to everyone. Just give me a thumbs up if my voice is audible to you all. Audible, right? And the screen is visible to you all. The screen having this chapter number 3, The Little Girl. The screen is visible to you all. Just give me a thumbs up if the screen is visible to you all. Everyone, just give me a thumbs up faster so that I can know that the screen which I'm sharing is visible to you all. Okay, some more latecomers are still joining. Let them join faster. Okay, everyone, just switch on your cameras and plug in the earphones if you have any nearby. Okay, so we were on this chapter 3, The Little Girl, and what we were doing in this chapter, that we have completed the chapter and we are on the exercise part of it. So I hope you all have just tried to solve the exercise. Some of you might have, some of you might have not. But I request all of you, whenever some exercise is given to you, just revise the whole chapter on your own and try to solve the exercise. So that when we discuss the exercise, when we discuss this exercise together, you have some answers with you. Okay, you have some answers ready with you. And you can match if the answers are correct or not. There's no one correct answer for one question. There can be multiple correct answers and multiple languages. So just don't worry about that. कि मेरा आंसर सही नहीं हुआ, मेरा तो आंसर मैच नहीं कर रहा है मैम से. Don't worry about that. The answer has to be there and the answer has to be just in a presentable way. Okay. So we are on chapter number 3. This chapter is about the relationship between little girl and the parents. So this little girl is Kezia, and she is afraid of her father. Okay, so at a very young age, children have this misunderstanding कि उनको उनके parents जो है वो प्यार नहीं करते हैं, that they beat them, that they scold them. So now these little children, they have this misunderstanding. Okay, I just want you people to tell me the summary of the chapter, because I have explained the summary of the chapter so many times. I want any one of you who can explain me the summary in a just quick way, Just explain me the summary. Raise your hand and explain me the summary. Anyone who can explain me the summary of the chapter. Faster. Okay, some people are raising their hands, I can see. I want people who can explain me the summary faster. Anushka is raising her hand. Okay, Anushka, I'm unmuting you. Just wait for a second. Yeah, Anushka, I've unmuted you. So tell the summary to the whole class.
This chapter about a little girl and his parents. Little girl named Kezia, and he afraid of her father.
She's
Afraid of her father. One day on Sunday, her father has a personal meeting with all, and he afraid and stuttered in the front of his father. When the father's birthday was coming up, their grandma said to Kezia to make a pen cushion for a gift as a gift to her father. Then he stretched at the he surprised and he stitched it in the three side, and he was worried what will it fill in the cushion. He tore up the important speech of her father and put in the cushion. So the father was very angry with her, and gave the punishment to her with a ruler.
Yeah. So
After when her mother was ill and grandmother was and mother was in the hospital, so he was alone with Alice
her father
and her. So he afraid of a nightmare where when the nightmares are coming and the grandma put in their bedroom, so he afraid of a nightmare. So her father confronts her and accompanied her in her bedroom and confronts her. So he understand that their parents are so different.
Yeah, the fathers are of different types.
Love her.
Yeah, fathers are of different type, but he loves her. The father is so tired that he sleeps, and so Kezia now understands that father is all, that there are different types of father. Some are loving, some are not. Some play with them, and some play with them don't play with them. But what she understands is that all the fathers have a big heart. सारे fathers का दिल बड़ा होता है. Thank you, Anushka. Very good for your answer. I want others also to reply to me whenever something is asked to you. Okay, I just don't want some children, some students who are replying again and again. Okay, I want all of you to reply and to give the answers whenever something is asked to you. Okay, so now summary is clear to you all. Okay, I have explained you the whole chapter. Anushka has explained you the whole chapter. Okay, so now where were we? We were on the exercise part. Okay, so just let's take out the exercise part. I'm not able to unmute you. Just wait for a second, children. Yeah. Okay, so the summary is clear to you now. So let's move to the exercise part. Okay, so I guess we have done this, these questions, these 4 questions we have done. Okay, so let me just give the answers to you again. In what ways did Kezia's grandmother encourage her to get to know her father better? So Kezia's grandmother उसको कैसे encourage करती है कि आप पापा को कैसे ज़्यादा जानो? So Kezia's grandmother she encourages her in 2 ways. Okay, the first one is that she asks her to talk to her father nicely on a Sunday. She asks to talk to his father in a nice way on a Sundays when her father and mother both are at home. So grandmother suggests that she should talk to her parents. And second one is she asks to make her a cushion as a surprise as the father's birthday was approaching. Okay, so the grandmother is continuously, she is trying so that Kezia can fill this communication gap between her and her parents. So there's a communication gap between these two. There's a communication gap between Kezia and her father. So grandmother has realized that कि इन दोनों की ज्यादा बात नहीं होती है, तो वो बार-बार ट्राई करती है that how they both of them can speak more. Okay, so next one. This first question, Kezia's efforts to please her father resulted in displeasing him very much. How did this happen? Okay, so Kezia was trying to please her father by making a cushion as a surprise for his birthday, but she toned down the speech, his very important speech, and he filled it in the cushion. So that's why she was trying to please her father. वो तो अपने father को खुश करने की कोशिश कर रही थी, but it resulted in the opposite way, and that's how her father was very much displeased by her because she had torn down a very important speech of her father. Okay, next one. Okay, one more thing I've realized in your answers, whenever you send me the assignments, no, just don't write the whole paragraph there. Just ये जो first वाला question था, that Kezia's efforts to please her father resulted in displeasing him very much. How did this happen? Okay, so we have to answer for this. तो हमको इतनी ही बात लिखनी है कि केजिया ने क्वेश्चन बनाने की कोशिश की, लेकिन उसने उसके फादर की जो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्पीच थी, शी हैज टर्न डाउन दैट स्पीच, और इसलिए वो डिस्प्लीज हो गए. अब इसमें हमको पूरा स्टोरी नहीं लिखना है, इसमें हमको 10 लाइन का स्टोरी नहीं लिखना है कि केजिया को फादर से डर लगता था और शी वाज ट्राइंग टू मेक अ क्वेश्चन, उसने 4 बार सिलाई किया. वी आर जस्ट गिविंग अ ब्रीफ आंसर ऑफ एवरीथिंग. जब आप आंसर टू द पॉइंट लिखेंगे ना, तभी वो आंसर आपका बेटर कंसिडर किया जाएगा. आप अगर सोचोगे कि लंबा आंसर लिख दिया तो दैट विल बी अ बेटर आंसर, नो, वेरी इट इज अ वेरी मिसकंक्लूजन एंड मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग यू हैव. ओके, जब आंसर टू द पॉइंट होगा कि एक बार में देख के टिक करके हाँ बिल्कुल सही बात बोली है, सो दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर, एंड नॉट द वंस व्हिच आर द लॉन्ग वंस और जस्ट यू आर राइटिंग, आपको लग रहा है कि लंबा आंसर लिख दिया तो ज्यादा नंबर मिलेंगे. नो नो नो, just answer should be to the point. Okay, so let's discuss how the answers can be to the point. Okay, the question number 2, let's see. Kezia decides that there are different kinds of fathers. What kind of father was Mr. McDonald and how was he different from Kezia's father? Kezia ने decide किया कि there are different kinds of father, अलग-अलग type के father होते हैं. What kind of father was Mr. McDonald? Okay, हमको क्या पूछा है यहाँ वो देखो. What kind of father was Mr. McDonald? Mr. McDonald was a very loving father. And how was he different from Kezia's father? Mr. McDonald's used to play with his children. He used to play with all of his children, but her father did not used to play with Kezia. Mr. McDonald was a loving father and her Kezia's father was a strict father. That's it. अब आपको ये नहीं लिखना है मिस्टर मैकडोनाल्ड के 5 बच्चे थे, वो 5 बच्चों के साथ खेलते थे, एक बच्चे को सर पे बिठा के खेलते थे. You don't have to write all that. You have to answer in a to the point way. जो आंसर जितना आपसे मांगा है आप उतना ही आंसर लिखें, पूरा कहानी लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, got it? Okay, next one. Question number 3. How does Kezia begin to see her father as a human being who needs her sympathy? Okay, so how does Kezia को ऐसा कब लगा, उसने अपने फादर को ऐसा देखा कि जो जिसको सिंपैथी की जरूरत है, जिनको प्यार की और दया की जरूरत है. So when Kezia was having nightmares, her father confronts her and he takes care of her. But while doing all this, he felt asleep before Kezia. Okay, so this activity, this whole incident, it makes Kezia feel that there is nobody to take care of her father. उसको तब लगने लगा कि father की care करने के लिए कोई भी नहीं है, and that her father is so tired that he is not able to play with her. But her father has a big heart and he is a very caring person. That father has a noble heart. फादर का हार्ट बहुत बड़ा है, इसका मतलब क्या समझा रही है वो कि उसका फादर बहुत अच्छी है. ही इज अ लविंग एंड अ केयरिंग फादर. जैसे मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड्स हैं, वो तो अपना प्यार जो बच्चों के लिए एक्सप्रेस कर देते हैं उनके साथ खेल के. बट फादर, केजिया's फादर, उनको बहुत ज्यादा काम रहता है. ही इज टायर्ड ऑफ हिज वर्क एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही इज नॉट एबल टू प्ले विद केजिया, but still he cares for her and he loves her. Okay. Okay, children, so we have completed this exercise part. Now I want you all to move to the next page, the very next page, page number 40, the speaking and writing part. Okay, what is important about these part of the exercise is that these are the ones where you will write yourself. Okay, आपको अपने हाथ से हिसाब से लिखना है, क्रिएटिव होके लिखना है. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा कि इसका आंसर अलग है, मेरा आंसर अलग है, मैम ने जो आंसर दिया वो अलग है. डजंट मैटर. इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट हियर दैट यू ट्राई टू राइट दीज क्वेश्चंस, दीज आंसर्स इन योर ओन लैंग्वेज. एंड जब आप 9th क्लास में मूव करोगे तब ये सब आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा. See what happens with us is that इंग्लिश को हम सोचते हैं इंग्लिश को कौन पढ़ेगा इतना ज्यादा, इतने मैथ्स है हमारे पास पढ़ने के लिए, साइंस है हमारे पास पढ़ने के लिए. But what will matter to you all and which subject will go to you in the future? तो फ्यूचर में हमेशा आपके साथ रहेगा, that is the subject of English. Okay, यहाँ हम इंग्लिश सिर्फ as a subject नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, as a language पढ़ रहे हैं, as a language which we need to learn, जो हमको सीखनी है, एंड एज अ लैंग्वेज जो हमारे बाद में भी बहुत काम आएगी. ओके, मैथ साइंस सब कुछ, संस्कृत पता नहीं काम आए नहीं आए, इंग्लिश तो काम आएगी ही आएगी. और 10th बोर्ड्स में, 12th बोर्ड्स में जिसके भी नंबर जो डिफरेंस रहता है ना, दैट डिफरेंस ऑफ द मार्क्स इज क्रिएटेड बाय इंग्लिश ओनली. सारे सब्जेक्ट सब पढ़ लेते हैं, इंग्लिश जो है वो सब की चलो छोड़ दिया, थोड़ा सा किया नहीं किया, so that creates a difference of marks. Okay, so I request all of you to try answering these questions, such kind of questions which are like creative writing questions in your own language. Okay, अपने हिसाब से आप लिखना चालू करो. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा अगर थोड़ी इंग्लिश या लैंग्वेज करेक्ट होगी, इनकरेक्ट होगी, doesn't matter. But what is important is that you people try about these questions. Okay, so let's discuss this question. First one. This story is not an Indian story. This story is not an Indian story. This is about some other writer who is not Indian. This writer is, I guess, yeah, it's Catherine Mansfield. Okay, so Catherine Mansfield is the writer of this story, and she's not Indian. Indian, right? But do you think there are fathers, mothers, and grandmothers like the ones portrayed in the story in our own country? और क्या आपको लगता है जैसे इस स्टोरी के अंदर हमको फादर दिखाए हैं, ग्रैंडमदर दिखाए हैं, मम्मी दिखाई हैं, they are very similar to हमारे जैसे मम्मी पापा और दादी सब होते हैं? Do you think they are similar or not? Okay, this story is not an Indian story, but the grandfather, the characters which are shown in the story, do you think are they similar to our Indian parents, our Indian grandmothers? Do you think that they are similar? So just like tell me the answer. Do you think? What do you think about the characters which were shown in the story, and what do you think about the characters about our grandmother, our parents who are in our own country? So what do you think? Are they similar? दोनों same हैं? थोड़े similar लग रहे हैं character? बिल्कुल ऐसे तो नहीं कहना बिल्कुल फॉरेन वाले कैरेक्टर्स हैं. They are quite similar to our Indian grandparents, right? So how are they similar? आपको क्यों लगता है कि ऐसे similar क्यों है वो? Just tell me the answer. Yeah, who will tell me the answer? Faster. Just raise your hand. Who knows the answer? You can tell me the answer. Doesn't matter. The answer has to be fully correct. Doesn't matter. The answer has to be fully एकदम tip top answer होना चाहिए. Just try giving answers. क्लास 8 में बहुत कम लोग हैं जो आंसर्स देते हैं. क्लास 6th and 7th are like boom. They are like answering all the time. So yeah, who will answer? Aditi is raising hand. Aditi, your video is not clear to me. Just try switching on your camera again. Aditi. Aditi, you're not. Your video is not there with me. Let me try unmuting you. Are you giving the answer for this question? Yeah, Aditi, I haven't. Sorry, I have unmuted Avni. Anvi, okay. Anvi, yeah, I have unmuted Anvi, okay, by mistake. But I guess Anvi must know the answer for this question. Yeah, Anvi, tell me about this. आपको क्या लगता है?
I think that Indian parents are also like this. Indian families are also like this. There are a lot of families which are like this, and Kezia family, because everyone in the world likes their parents, and also parents also like their children. And there are always some people who used to cheer up and encourage those children
Yeah.
who are having some time of problems and suffering from sometimes of problems with their parents, and and something else also. We can say that their friends and relatives maybe.
Yeah, so very good. So that's how we can say that. Very good, Anvi. Thank you so much. So that's how we can say that this story is not just a foreign story or of a foreign writer. This is a story of a foreign writer. But what happens with us is that this we can all relate to this story. Why? Because हमारे grandparents, हमारे parents, they are also similar like that. हमारी grandmother भी अगर हम डांट खा के आते, मार खा के आते, तो who confronts her? Our grandmother confronts her, right? So, and who is strict in the family? Our father is generally, our father is strict in the family. So these characters are very much similar to our lives as well. Okay, these are very similar to Indian lives. Okay, so question number 2. Was Kezia's father right to punish her? What kind of person was he? So what do you think that Kezia के father ने उसको punish करके, did he, it was the right thing to do or was it not? What kind of person was he? What kind of person was Kezia's father? कैसे इंसान थे वो? And you might find some of these words useful in describing. You can use these words while describing his father. Undemonstrative, he was loving, he was strict, he was hardworking, short-tempered. Short-tempered means जिसे जल्दी से गुस्सा आ जाता है. Disciplinarian means जो discipline maintain करना चाहता है हमेशा. Responsible, unkind, affectionate. You don't have to use all these words, but you can use some of the words from the words given below, and you can describe her father. You can describe Kezia's father. So we have 2 questions in here. First one is, was it the right thing to punish Kezia? And the another one is that what kind of person was Kezia's father? Okay, so yeah, I want the answer from your class only. Okay, I just don't want to give you all the answers. This is not the right way. Okay, so I just want the answer from your class. Yes, tell me who's giving me the answer for question number 2. What kind of person was Kezia's father? And also, was it the right thing to punish Kezia? Okay, let's discuss the first question first. Was it right to punish Kezia? Kezia के father ने क्या सही किया Kezia को punish करके? सही किया या गलत किया? So you answer me. What it is according to you? Yes, answer me. Anyone, just raise your hand and answer me. This is a simple question, and it can be yes or no both. So just answer me. सिर्फ yes or नहीं कि हाँ सही किया, हाँ गलत किया. No, you have to support your answer कि सही किया तो क्यों सही किया और गलत किया तो क्यों गलत किया. Okay, so I guess Avni Samdani. Okay, Avni Samdani is raising her. Oh, there is Avni and there is Anvi. Okay, it was confusion. Okay, Avni, yeah. What do you think? Was it right to punish Kezia or was it not right to punish Kezia? Tell me the answer.
It's both, ma'am. It's also right also and it's not also. But it is right to punish her that she will not do this thing and she will not do this thing again. Without
Yeah,
permission, she will not touch anything of anyone.
yeah, she will not
So
repeat this
maybe,
thing again.
yes, maybe Kezia got hurt by that the strictness of her father, but it is right to punish her,
Yeah,
to
very good,
teach
very
her,
good.
a lesson
Yeah,
that
she
she will
got a
not
lesson. She learned a lesson
mistake
from
again.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And if one more thing, Avni, if I ask you
yes,
that,
ma'am.
if I say that Kezia's father did wrong when he punished her, so what will be your support? What will be your explanation in the support of that statement? That Kezia's father has done wrong to punish Kezia. So give me a statement in the support of that question.
Okay, so Kezia's father did wrong because Kezia was a little girl. She doesn't understand these things that without permission. What? Just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, Avni got busy somewhere. Maybe her mother is calling her.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, that's okay.
My answer was Kezia's father did wrong because Kezia was a little girl. She doesn't understand these things that without permission we don't have to use the others things, so whatever. So, her father can also explain her by saying her
Yeah,
politely.
in a polite way, he can explain to her.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have
yes,
both the sweet statements. Thank you, Avni. Thank you for your answer. So you have explained in both the ways कि सही क्यों किया और गलत क्यों किया. It was right to beat Kezia or it was not right. So, okay, so now you have both the ways. In both the ways, you can answer that it was right or not. And another question is that what kind of person was Kezia's father? So I want the answer from you people. What kind of person was Kezia's father? Kezia ke father kaise person the? All the girls in the class are answering, and none of the boys who want to answer this. What kind of person was Kezia's father? Anyone? Any? None of the boys want to answer the question. All the girls are answering all the times. Anyone? Anjali is raising her hand. Okay, Anjali, I'm unmuting you. Yeah, Anjali, I've unmuted you. What kind of person
On
was
the
Kezia's father?
Kezia's father, on the one hand, he was strict, and and on the other hand, he was hardworking,
Yeah,
responsible, and caring to his family.
yeah.
He
Very good.
worked hard all the day and got
Yeah,
tired.
yeah. But still, he was very caring
And
towards her children, towards a child who was Kezia. Okay, very good, Anjali. Anjali, your video is not on, so I just want you to on your video, switch on your front camera. Okay. Okay, so I guess we have completed this question. And another one is, has your life been different from or similar to that of Kezia when you were a child? जब आप छोटे बच्चे थे, क्या आपकी लाइफ केजिया से जैसे सिमिलर थी या it was different, very different? Has your perception about your parents changed now? Okay, अब जब छोटे होंगे तब आप पेरेंट्स के बारे में कुछ और सोचते होंगे and now that you have grown up you might be thinking something else about your parents. You might be thinking in a different way about your parents. So has your perception, have your thoughts about your parents, they have changed or they have not changed? Are they still similar? जब आप छोटे थे जैसा सोचते थे पेरेंट्स के बारे में अभी भी आप वैसा ही सोचते हैं or you think in a different way about your parents? Do you find any change in your parents' behavior vis-a-vis yours? तो आपको क्या अपने आपके पेरेंट्स के बिहेवियर में थोड़ा चेंज लगता है कि छोटे थे तब तो they were like पिटाई कर दी and now they don't beat you, now they don't scold you. Whatever change you think has come in your parents. So who has become more understanding? You have become more understanding or your parents have become more understanding? And what steps would you like to take to build a relationship based on understanding? और आप क्या क्या steps लोगे to build a nice relationship between you and your parents, to build a relationship of understanding between you and your parents. So what steps would you like to take? So you have to write in 3 or 4 paragraphs discussing these issues, that how your behavior towards your parents has changed, how your parents' behavior towards you have changed. So you have to explain all that, and also that what would you like to do to improve this relationship between you and your parents. Okay, so now I want a brief answer from any one of you. Anyone who can answer me this question faster. Anyone, just raise your hand and give me a simple answer. I just want a simple answer. Any of the boys who can answer and who want to answer the question? The boys are just listening. Anyone? None of the boys want to answer, or any girl who wants? Okay, anyone. Okay, the boys have given up. They don't want to answer. Anyone who wants to answer this question in a brief way, that how is your relationship between you and your parents has changed, and who has become more understanding? You have become more understanding, or your parents have become more understanding? And what would you like to do to improve the relationship between you and your parents? Okay, so very similar, very simple answer. सबके लिए I guess similar ही होगा. सबके parents different हैं, तो you can write it in a different way. But I just want the answer from you people faster. Okay, none of you is your to answer. Okay, so let me just explain. I'm talking about my life. Okay, so you can also